Chinasa, you're welcome. Good morning. Good evening. It's actually evening. You're the first person on my live, so I'm welcoming you very specially. How are you doing? How's family? How's everything? Can you hear me, Chief? You can hear me. Say hi. Hello. You're welcome. Chinasa, you're welcome. Quintus, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Good evening from here. This part of the world is evening. You're welcome. Babs, you're welcome. Good evening. How was your day? How has today been? Hope you've been winning. Hope you've been winning in all your endeavors, right? Tony, you're welcome. I can see you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Good evening. Yeah, Quintus, thank you very much. You are welcome over and over again. I'm so excited to be here again. This is the second day of my launching my live stream here on YouTube channel, Girl TV on YouTube. So I'm so excited to have you here, everybody. Tony, you're welcome. KBSC, you're welcome. It's so exciting to have you. So yesterday, let's dive right into it. We started up on a topic yesterday, if you can remember. We're talking about the double standard on infidelity and sexuality. Yeah, so the angle we're looking at it from that yesterday was how the society generally expects the women folk to try to tolerate their male counterparts infidelity, just tolerate it and live with it, because according to the society is it should be generally accepted. So some of us tried to we left some of us were commenting saying that Quintus, I remember yesterday you said you had something to say, but you wanted to reserve your comments. Well, Rosie is not here yet. I think I reminded her to join the live, but I think she's busy at the moment. But you can as well go on and tell us what you wanted to say yesterday, based on our discussion yesterday. And if any of us have anything to say, Kingsley, you're welcome. I can see you. So if any of us has something to say, um as regards what we discussed yesterday. Okay, maybe let me just brief us for some of us that were not here yesterday. Catherine, you're welcome. We're welcome. Thank you so much. You're welcome. So yesterday I was gisting us about a friend of mine that was newly wedded. Not really newly wedded. Their marriage is about a year or two. That had issues with the husband, right, on infidelity. So how did it happen? She saw this piece of paper in the husband's pocket and she brought it out, and lo and behold, it was a pregnancy test. Of course, it wasn't her pregnancy test. So, she was alarmed. She confronted the husband. Initially, the hubby tried to, deny it, but then he said, after all, the pregnancy test is negative. After all, it's negative. So, the woman was like, is that even the point? What do you mean by it's negative? I mean, you cheated. So somebody asked me yesterday, Bishop, I remember, was asking what is cheating. So I said, okay, cheating is being unfaithful to your spouse. I mean, come on. We're not kids here, we're adults. So we all understand. So it depends on how you see it, like he was trying to say yesterday. But I think cheating is cheating. When you're unfaithful to your spouse, it is cheating. So this friend of mine, she was contemplating leaving the husband because the guy was not even remorseful. He wasn't even showing, any sign of remorse. So somebody else asked yesterday. I remember it was Mayokun that asked yesterday if there are conditions for being for receiving forgiveness when one cheats. If there are conditions. So I was like, okay, depends on the woman, because Some women would want to be treated differently. Some people would, but mostly they would want you to show that you are you are truly sorry. You are truly sorry. Not just to feel like it's a man's world, you have a right to cheat. So I think yesterday too, somebody asked a question that can men not explore or something. Please like the live while you're here. Like the live, drop your comments while I'm talking. I would also be reacting to your comments. Like the live, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet. Thank you very much. So this friend of mine, she was so upset, and then she contemplated leaving the marriage, right? So she reported to her family. Most times when a woman feels this way, of course, the backbone, as expected, is the family, as expected, right? So she fell back to the family. She reported to the mom, and lo and behold, the mother asked her to pray for her husband, that that she should pray, she should put, take her problems to God in prayers, for pray for the husband, pray against every strange woman that is trying to confuse the husband or distract the husband. So I think yesterday I also mentioned, and I'm going to repeat it again. I believe that it is a decision that you take to cheat, unless in rare cases, if there's a gun pointed at your head and I say, oh, I don't know what I was doing. But ordinarily, God has given us the right to freedom to choose. So when you find that you are not being faithful to your spouse, you are on your own deciding to cheat. That is what I think. I don't know if anybody has any counter any counter comment. And then of course it's also a decision to love. It's a decision to decide to love someone. So yesterday, the story that I was sharing, I said that the guy told my friend that it's you that after all, it's you that I love. I mean, so that should count. That she shouldn't love someone. You're supposed to be faithful to that person. You are not supposed to I see you, Auntie Christy. I see you. I see you. I see you. You're welcome to live. Please like this live and comment. Feel free to comment. So yesterday I was saying that is a decision for someone to love. If you decide that you want to get married to this woman, if you decide that okay, this is the woman I want to get married to, please, by all means, do not hurt her. Do not intend to hurt her. Do not plan to hurt her. You don't have that at the back of your mind that African men have to explore and all that. I mean, who does that? Yay, Rosie's here. Quintus, can you see Rosie just joined the live? So Quintus, I'm sure you were saving. Hello, you're welcome, Rosie. I can see you. Quintus, I'm sure you were saving your response to Rosie, from yesterday. Quintus, are you still here? I hope you have not disappeared. So, I mean, if you want to get married, you decided that you want to get married to someone, do not intend to cheat on him or her. Don't do that. I mean, there's psychological effects. It is not I should not call your name. You were telling me that Rosie should make sure she's on the line, and she's here now, so we're listening to you. We're listening to you. So I was saying that if you decide to get married or to start up a relationship to court someone's daughter, I will beg you not to decide also to cheat along the line. If there's anything that happens, if there's any reason for you to want to do that, why don't you talk about it? Why don't you talk about it? Why don't you, talk about it to your partner? If there's something she's not doing right, that you would want her not to, you would want her to stop, why don't you, talk about it instead of going all, ahead to do what will hurt her, to do that thing that will pain her, that will hurt her. Why don't you, talk about it, whatever it is. Maybe some men you hear some men saying that it was the spouses, it was the wife's fault, that dragged them into the hands of another woman. Sometimes they say, when I married her, she was looking all flashy, all beautiful, all kinky, and then before you know what was happening, maybe she conceives, gives birth, and then she started blowing up, and you now find her less attractive and all that. It is not a good reason to do that, to cheat, to want to be unfaithful to her. Why don't you talk to her about it? You know what I mean? Most women would want to keep their marriages. Most women want to keep their marriages, when they get married. Most women, when they enter into marriage, plan to, who is playing Rosie? Most women plan to keep their marriage when they enter into marriage. I'm telling you, most women plan that this marriage will last. And I want to also believe that most men also, when they enter into such serious relationship called marriage, they plan also to keep it. But you find out that devil is out there. Is it just Kingsley? Is it just Kingsley is asking, is it just the men? Do women cheat? Of course, some women also cheat, but I dare to say that is rare as compared the statistics or the percentage of men that cheat. I want to say that women that cheat, the number of men that cheat is very minimal. Like, it's not fashionable, but men think to an extent that it's fashionable, and it's not right. It's not right at all. So if there's a lady that is cheating, it is very, very wrong for any of the partners in a relationship, but what gave rise to this topic was, for today, was the story that I started yesterday. And also it is very, very common. It is very, very common. You find out that when a woman feels cheated upon, feel betrayed by the spouse, what everybody will be telling her, everybody will be telling her to forgive and forget. But the moment the woman decides to retaliate, oh my goodness, the man does not even waste time to end the relationship, to sever the relationship. So why is it so? Okay, I'm trying to read comments, and Obi said the truth remains, this particular topic is greater than most of us, and it's not everything you make open to women. You make open to women is natural. So you see, when there's communication gap, when you do not talk, why would you not want to tell your wife everything? Why do you think it's not everything you open to a woman? Maybe if it's for business, even after all, there's a saying that goes like, behind every successful man is a woman. So what brought about that? That means even for your business, you're supposed to at least, you can carry her along. There are some things that she may inform you, she may talk to you about, that will help your business. See, there's a reason why God said that the woman is supposed to be the helpmate to the man. There's a reason. God is all knowing. For God to, after creating Adam, he decided that Adam needed a mate, a helpmate, and made a woman, the precious woman. There is reason. There is every reason there's a good reason why God created the woman. There's a good reason. Okay, so when there's communication, when you start keeping secrets, when you live in a life psychology said, we live in, oh, why do you say so? Why do you say so? Why do you say so? I mean, I think think it's all a decision. I think it's a decision. As an adult, if you find yourself being unfaithful to your partner, I think you decided to. I think it's a decision that you took based on one or two things. I don't know, but it's actually a decision. So you can as well decide not to go ahead and do that. That which would hurt your partner is a decision that you took. Even to love, like I said earlier, even to love is a decision that you take to love someone. There are those that say, she swept me off my feet and all that. Love is blind and all that. I don't know how many of us believe that, but I'm saying that even in that love trying to blind you, you also decide to go ahead or not to go ahead. All right. Okay, so Quintus says now the truth, whether anyone believes it or not, it is not a right that a man stays with only one woman. It's not a right, but a privilege. But if I decide to stay only with you, don't try proof is a right. Okay, so which is so in other words, you're trying to say that if you decide to be faithful to your wife, that means it's a privilege. Like, why do you say so? Why do you think it's a privilege for you to? Is it because you think it's a man's world? So you see, I like this, where this conversation is going to. Why do you think it's a privilege? Okay, what about why? Okay, so is it also a privilege for the let me ask this question. Is it also a privilege for the man? Is it also a privilege for the man to, for the woman to, is it also a privilege for the man if the woman decides to have only one man? Just the same way, Quintus, this is for you, just the same way that is a privilege for a man to stick to one woman. So if it's not her right to have you all to herself, is it also a privilege for the man if the woman decides to have you as, the only man in her life? Is it the same thing? Okay, please keep the comments coming in, and do like the live and subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so. Okay, so Kingsley says, I agree with Quintus. Is it because you're a fellow man? Okay. So Kingsley says, I agree with Quintus. I think women are too emotional to a lot of issues. As a man, you have to be very diplomatic in your communication. Okay, this is as regards to where Quintus said that is not everything you tell a woman. That, okay, so in other words, you're trying to say it's not like when you're keeping a secret affair. Is that what you're saying? Because they're too emotional. Is that what you're saying, Quintus? And is that what you're concurring to Kingsley? Like, when it's not everything you tell a woman. So Kingsley says, however, cheating in all sense of it is wrong. It is very, very wrong. It has a psychological effect on the woman and also on the man. It has a very serious psychological effect. So Quintus says, for women, if your man starts having another, the fault is from you. Examine what you are not doing well. Okay, so Rosie, you finally see where Quintus is coming from. All right. Okay, so Quintus, you're saying that is the woman's fault. You're saying that whenever a man cheats, it's the woman's fault. The woman's fault that her man is cheating on her. Okay, so I think that's is that a generalization, or are you saying for some women? But is that a generalization that for every time the man cheats, the woman should look at herself? Do you know that there is this man that I know. The wife is so beautiful, like beautiful. The lady is cool, very beautiful. The lady goes to church, like she's you know what you call church lady, right? She's born again, she's spirit filled. She goes to church. She takes the kid. Okay, I think it's just one child that they have. She exposes the family to the things of God, and she works as well. So it's not like she's sit at home lazy. I mean, there's nothing wrong with if you're not working. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, I'm trying to give you I'm trying to describe this woman for you. So I don't live with them, but the man, when I found out that he's the one married to this lady, so I asked him, but sir, why are you trying to why are you into extramarital affairs? Look at your wife. It's a very beautiful woman, very attractive. She has given birth and she's still very attractive. So why do you see the need to want to cheat on her? You know what the guy said? He said that's what men do. That yes, it's not the woman's fault. There's nothing, because I asked him if there's anything the lady was doing, she's no longer attractive. He said no, she's very pretty and everything. That's in fact she's a virtuous woman. She does this, she makes sure they pray every morning when they wake up from sleep. She takes the kids to school, does that, she go to work, and he was recounting everything at the end of this. So I said, okay, so why do you find the need to have an extra? He said it's not because of the woman, it's just because because he cannot stick to one woman. Okay, that was what the man told me, because he can't stick to one. In fact, he said he cannot continue to eat egusi soup all the rest of his life. So in that regard, you see that it's not the lady's fault. You understand? It's not the lady's fault, like Quintus said. Quintus, I'm still, coming back to you. It's not the lady's fault, because the man decides to cheat because he feels he must not stay faithful to one woman. Okay. So Kingsley said, in every sense of it, cheating is wrong. I mean, the lady will be crying. It will be crying, sleepless nights. Why would you want to hurt somebody's daughter? Come on. Okay, so Quintus said, he said, okay, examine what you're not doing well. Okay, so Rosie, you can see where Quintus is going, where Quintus is coming from, right? So Kingsley said, I disagree, Quintus. A man who finds a wife finds a good thing. Okay, so I think I like that as well. Quintus, come on now. So yeah, even it's scriptural. Yeah. Quintus, Rosie saying, Quintus, some men will still go ahead and have another, even if the woman is rolling on the floor for him every day, like bowing down every day to worship him. Some men will still go and cheat, like this illustration that I just gave you, like this guy that I just mentioned about. I mean, what's exciting in cheating? What's exciting? I don't think there's because you'll be hiding. You won't be free. You'll be hiding your phone. Your wife cannot touch your phone. You have to put your password. You ensure that there's password on your phone and your gadgets, and if the phone rings, you have to skip. You won't be free to just drop your phone anyhow. So why the extra stress? Why the extra stress to do that? Like, wasn't it? Okay, so just like I said, yeah. Okay, so Rosie said there are just some men wired that way. Yeah. Thank you, Tony. Well done, Country Girl. Thank you, Tony. So quick to say, okay, let me explain. Go ahead. God naturally wired it like that. Okay. God naturally wired it like that. Even in the Bible till now, a man can marry more than one woman alive, but a woman can't marry more than one man alive. Nena, you're welcome. Cheating is wrong by all standards. Couples should embrace dialogue and other forms of issue resolution before choosing to cheat and claim it's their partner's fault. Yeah, I think so. I think so too. I think so. Nena, you're right. I think so too. I mean, if a man, if I were to be a man and I'm thinking this woman is doing this, I'm asking her to do this, she's not doing this, what about the one that she's asking you to do? Maybe she's just trying to be stubborn because there's some things you're supposed to be doing for her, and then you're not doing it, so she wants to, to tell you that, please, I also have needs as well, do this stuff as well. So maybe she just decided, not to do some things that you want, and then you feel that I have to go and get another woman to, satisfy my needs and all that. This lady is not forthcoming, so Nena is saying that for couples, they should embrace dialogue. I'm telling you, talk about it. Because you love this woman, right? That's why you even approached her in the first place. That's why you even engaged her or married her. It has to be out of love, right? It wasn't out of compulsion. So if you love her, why would you want to cheat on her? Whatever it is that she may have done or she may be doing, whatever it is, I feel you should be able to talk about it. Have a dialogue, discuss it, talk about it. Yeah, so before you conclude that is your partner's fault, try to have a communication. Salako, you're welcome. You're welcome. Malaliko, you're welcome. I see you. So Kingsley says, Saquintus, once a man decides to wife a lady and take her to the altar, love her rightly. There's a right way to love. Kingsley, thank you. Kingsley, thank you. There's a right way to love. Love her rightly. Father can. Oh my dear. Okay, so Quincy says, yeah, if you decide to wife a lady and take her to the altar, love her rightly. Since you found her as the right person for you, man needs are insatiable, right? If you go for another, you keep on, yes. If you go for another, you find that you keep on going for another. You keep on moving. This one is no longer satisfying me. This one is no longer. No, I need to move on to the next. I need to move on. There. Yeah, that is very, very true. That is so. When you decide to wife a woman to take her to the altar, love her right. Love her right. I like this. I'm going to borrow this sentence quickly. There's a right way to love. See, they say women are easily moved by what they hear. Easily moved by what they hear, Then they say men are easily moved by what they see. But women are easily moved by what they hear. It's not encouragement. It's not encouragement for you to go and deceive her, start telling her things that are not true, just because you want her to, to believe you or not. But there's a right way to love her. Tell her beautiful things. Even if you want her to do something and she's not forthcoming, you can use sweet words. It moves women. You can use sweet words. Let her know that you still love her, that even after having kids, she's still very attractive. Even after having children, she's still cool. You still find her pretty. Like, come on. So life psychology says it's never the woman's fault. It's a decision the man chose to make. The decision the man chose to make. Right? Yeah, I said that earlier. And it's very true. It's not the lady's fault. It's not the lady's fault. As in, even if you think it's the lady's fault, it is still you that decided to cheat, to hurt her. It was a decision that you took. When you could have talked about it. When you could have gone for marriage counseling. Yes. When you could have done all that. Explore so many other means. Take her out. Talk about it over. Maybe, are you stressed? Why are you not doing these things anymore? Why would you check? There's some things you're doing that I don't like. Take her out, Doesn't have to be a very expensive fancy restaurant or anywhere, but just, try to, those things that you were doing before you got married to her, those things you were doing, you could bring those things back again. into your relationship and spice it up. It's not the woman's it's not the woman's 100% responsibility. I mean, the society has succeeded to make women the nurturers, the maintainers of the home, the caregivers. And I think that it is just too much. I think that it is just too much, right? Okay, so Rosie said there's just no pride on cheating. You just can't have peace. You cannot. Hey, you cannot. You cannot. I'm telling you, unless you give the woman rules and regulation when to call you. So you give her the time that you're going to be at home and tell her to make sure she doesn't call you at that time. It is stressful. It is stressful, my brother, my sister. It is stressful. It is. It is stressful. Jane, I see you. You're welcome. Hi, I see you. So Kingsley says, I am an advocate of one man, one wife. Okay, interesting. God did not naturally wire anything like that. It is man's greed. We are all given free will. We are all given free will. It's not God's response. God cannot possibly do something that will hurt us. Cannot possibly do something that will hurt us, that will make us sad. Us now, in plural, like men and women. God cannot do so and say, okay, men, you have the ability to cheat. I give it to you. No, we are given free will, like Kingsley said, to decide. That is a decision that you took. It's a decision that you took. We all have free will. Which is that your voice note will not work. Is it? Constance, I feel like using voice notes. It's not about beauty. Yeah. It's not about beauty or church girl or whatever. Okay, so what is it about? What effort has the woman put in to satisfy a man's emotional need? You're right there as well. Sometimes the wife feels, you've already married me. I mean, what are we talking about? There's no and there's this Sibo adage, I can now back under tego. As in, am I still dancing to get money? That means what am I still going all out to impress you for and all that after all you've married me? Some women are like that. Yes, that's true to Kingsley Quintus. Some women may stop taking care of themselves, stop being very attractive. I've said it before. And but there are a lot of things that happen in a woman's life that is very stressful. Like a woman will take him and carry the child in her womb for 9 months. It's not easy. I'm a mother, I know. It's not easy. In fact, there was a time that I went for antenatal in the hospital, and I saw a couple. The husband followed the wife to the antenatal class, and she, when she was, they were called because there was crowd, the women there. That day was antenatal, so a lot of women were there. So they called her number, and she was taking time to get up. So the man was like, she should get up now. He now said it in the native language, and I heard it. He said that that it's not just pregnancy, that she get up, that in those days, in the olden days, that their mothers were going to the farm. They will carry firewood on their head and back children and still go to farm and come back with heavy pregnancy, give birth, and the next day they've run out. But these days women are this. I say it's not my business. So they were not talking to me, but I had to interrupt them and say, come on, God, what did you say? So I'm telling you, a woman's life is stressful. There are a lot of things that goes on in a woman's life. There's a lot of things. And then when she gives birth and starts feeling like she's no longer attractive, psychologically she's entertaining, fear, worry, and all that. You find out that she may just feel, doesn't even look at me anymore. It doesn't tell me how pretty I am. So why am I stressing myself? Some women are like that. And maybe a woman that goes to work and comes back tired. Maybe two of you went to work, you come back late, say go inside and start cooking fried rice at that time, or start cooking very serious food. Maybe you refuse to just, let her warm the stew in the fridge and serve you. You'll be like, no, that is laziness and all that. And if she doesn't do that, you said, okay, so she has started. And for that woman, she's as tired as you are, not giving an excuse for her not preparing dinner, but that, like I said before, you can always talk about it. You can always help in the house. Yes, I'm the man of this house. You can always help. You can always help us help out with house chores. Yeah. You can always help out. Okay, so Quintus, what effort has the woman put in to satisfy her man's emotional needs? Okay, and the same question goes to men as well. What effort have you also put in to satisfy your woman's emotional needs, right? Okay, so Quintus, still reading you, say, but please, guys, don't think I support misbehavior from men, no. If not for anything, for your destiny and future. Beautiful. Yes. We're interacting, we're having a discussion, so we look at it from different angles. So okay, so you don't, yeah, so for men misbehaving, it is a no. It is a no. If there's something to take out from today's live stream, let's take this out. Is a no. Like, let the cheating stop. Let it stop. Women are hurting. They're hurting seriously. So my auntie Christe says the rule of the game is don't get caught, because if you are caught, your marriage is ruined. Guys, cheating is bad. When you cheat, you lose the trust of your spouse. You lose the trust of your spouse when you cheat. And then, can a marriage last on lack of trust? How boring can that marriage be? Like, how when you don't trust, you be suspecting your spouse's, every move. You want to, who knows who he's calling now, or who knows who she's calling now. She's going out. Who knows where she's going to? Are you sure she's going to where she said she was going to? Is a whole lot. Because once you're caught cheating, that is the end. Even if the lady doesn't leave, or like my girlfriend from yesterday's story, that the mom was telling her, the mom and the sisters were telling her to pray about it, put her husband in prayers, put her relationship in prayer, marriage in prayers. Do you know the lady? Now, I didn't finish that story, right? Okay, so let me read this chart and then I finish it. So the rule of the game is not to cheat at all. Yeah, you will almost always get caught. of course, not to cheat at all. You almost get caught. You know that. So that story from yesterday, the lady was crying. She was, she felt so hot because she saw a pregnancy test. So what if that pregnancy test was positive? What would the man have said? What if it was positive? Because the man was like, come on, it's not a big deal. It's you that I love. After all, the pregnancy test is negative and all that. Before he now fled up, he was just talking, that she likes to snoop around, that she has found what she's looking for. What was she going to her pockets for? To his pockets for what was she looking for? That she has found what he's looking for and all that. So he wasn't even remorseful, because like, I'm the man. And then be satisfied, be compensated with the fact that you're the one that I love, and then you're the one that I married. like I heard today, that it's a privilege and not a right. Oh my goodness. It's not a privilege. It's not a privilege if you decide to be faithful to your wife. It's not a privilege at all. Because that your wife can also say that it's a privilege if she decides to stay faithful to you. So it's a two-way thing. So my friend did, plan to leave. She wanted to leave. She wanted to just, leave the marriage. She was in tears. She was crying, and her mom was like, she should take it easy. She should take it easy. She should pray, for the husband and all that. and nobody was telling the man to pray for your wife and for your marriage. Men almost don't ever hear that, I think, to pray for their marriage. Do men hear that? Do men hear that? As in, can a man be told to pray for the marriage? Maybe your wife is misbehaving, continue to pray for her, fast and pray for your marriage, ensure your marriage works. Or is it that same woman's responsibility to do all of this at home and also to keep the marriage? So this friend of mine, she unfortunately started entertaining please, thank you for joining the live. Kindly like the live and share. Kindly like the live and share, and also drop a comment. Let's know that you're here, and also subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so. So Anthony says God gave men commandments to keep. Hold on, let me read it right. God gave men commandments to keep men happy and safe. But we make the error of thinking God is putting a burden on us. Every single wrongdoing has a ripple and unquantifiable effect. Yeah, that is true. Yeah. There's somewhere in the scripture, I think it's is it First Peter or Second Peter chapter 3 verse 7? Either First Peter or Second Peter chapter 3 verse 7 says that a man, I'll check that out to be sure. Either First Peter or Second Peter chapter 3 verse 7 says that a man should try not to make the wife angry in order not to hinder his prayers from being answered. Are you aware of that? That's even in the scripture. So I'm saying that to relate it to what Anthony just said. Yeah, the ripple effects. You could see that the business that was going up suddenly would start crumbling. You start having challenges, start having health challenges. Now, when a man start having health challenges, it is still the woman that same woman that he was cheating on, or he wasn't really taking good care of, that would be expected to also nurture him when he's ill. It is that same woman. You find that that what that scripture says is very, very true. If your wife is not happy with you, in fact, if you're a man and you start having challenges at work, your business, and so many other things, find out if your wife is happy with you or not. Because women pray for their spouses. When they go for women's meeting, they pray. In church, everywhere, gathering, they pray for their husband, because they want you to be able to keep putting food on the table. They bless your handwork, they bless your business, they pray for your promotion. An average woman does that. So if you do not want if you want to remain prosperous, do not hurt your wife. It's as serious as that. I'm telling you. So Nena says couples should try and keep the spark in their relationship. Yes, both the man and the woman. Try and keep the spark in your relationship so as to reduce the feelings of loss of interest. The feelings of loss of interest in each other, and increase the drive to cheat. Okay. So as to reduce the feelings of loss of interest, in other words, increase the drive to cheat, because the spark in the marriage is gone. It is both the man and the woman's responsibility. It's not the woman that should ensure that the spark in the marriage remains there. No. Can two work together except they agree? It is both your responsibility, the man and the woman. This, when you want to clap, you use two hands. This one claps this one, together like that, and it makes a sound. It is both the man's responsibility and the woman's responsibility to keep the spark. Yes, when the children start coming in, the tendency, is that sometimes the attention is deviated to the children, and then work and keeping the home front and every other thing. You just find yourself thinking less of being thinking less of ensuring that that spark remains in your relationship. But it is very, very important. It is very, very necessary. You have to do it. For the woman, because you're giving birth, don't just leave yourself like that. Continue. If you fix nails, continue to do that. If you do your lashes, if you do your hair, if you were dressing up, kinky like that when the guy married you, continue. Do not use the excuse. Do not use the excuse that you have children now, you have work, you have food to cook in the kitchen. When you finish all that, sweat all that in the kitchen, prepare the meals, go in and have your shower, put on your perfume and still look good and still smell good and still look attractive. You're going out, dress up well. At home, don't tie wrapper in the house, right? Yeah, don't tie wrapper in the house. Those wrappers that our mothers used to tie now. Don't do that. Don't do that, okay? I start looking like mama. Keep the spark. And then the husband used to buy flowers. Well, flowers does not rain over here like it does in the more developed countries. So if you were buying flowers, keep it coming. You're buying gifts, chocolates, buying gifts. If you come back, honey, this is for you. It keeps the spark in the relationship. Not saying she has married, like she has given birth, she's not a mama, she won't have time for all these things. Let me go outside and look for young girls. No, it is not. It's a no. It's a no. Okay, so yeah, okay. So Nana says mutual effort is required by both partners to make their marriage survive. Yes, no matter if the woman is even doing so many things to please her man and all that, if the man does not want to stay faithful, he will not stay. Especially when the man has the mentality that I'm the man and I have every right to have one or two distractions. If whatever the woman does, if a man that's why I'm coming back again to what I said earlier, that is a decision that you take. If a man have decided to cheat on you, you do your part, right? But the man, if he has decided, it only take the grace of God for him not to do that. And why is it so? It is wrong. It is wrong. It is all shades of wrong. It is all shades of wrong. Then it says this applies to all gender, because right now the number of married women cheating is driving right now the number of married women cheating is driving up the scale on a daily basis. Most times they feel it's okay to do it because most times they feel it's okay to do it because the men are doing it too. You see, while we're growing up then, all of the stories that we hear on the internet, a married man and a married woman, where stories of catching a married man, not whether they're married or not, okay, maybe the married woman catching a married woman with a man in a hotel, is rampant now in the news. It was not like that before. On the aspect of the women now. But just like Nana rightly said, because of westernization, so many things that awareness, because of to an extent independence and all of that, the woman may feel, after I make my own money, why is this guy driving me crazy? Every time I'll be crying, begging him to stop. Okay, maybe I can as well explore, So yeah, you're right, Nena. It's on the increase. It's on the gist, the story in the news is on the increase. It wasn't like that before, and that is simply because the woman is thinking that if the man can do it, why not? Me too, I'll do it. you know, and then two wrongs can never make it right. Yeah. So Quintus says, I agree, it's for both responsibilities. It's both responsibilities is okay, let me read it correctly. I agree is for, yeah, is both partners' responsibility to keep the spark. But women have a greater role to play. Seriously, marriage is like institution. You learn every day. Okay, so that's even what I wanted to buttress, Quintus. Why you think that women have a greater role to play in the institution called marriage as regards keeping your home, right? That what you're saying? Okay, so you can buttress that part. You can buttress that. So let us know why you think that women, you know, you're not the only one saying this. A lot of people say it. A lot of people say it, that, you know, it's the woman's responsibility. It's majorly the woman's responsibility to keep the home. A lot of people say that. And I don't know chapter what, verse what they found that. Or is it in the Constitution? Or where? Where is that coming from? Is it, where is that coming from? Quintus, can you buttress that point? Or is it because that's what you heard? Why do you think that it is more on the part? First of all, we have agreed that is a joint responsibility, right? Okay, so but you're saying that it is the greater part of the responsibility is on the woman. So why do you think so, Quintus? Talk to us about it. Talk to us about it. I'm enjoying myself. I hope you enjoy yourself too. And if you're joining us for the first time, do like the live and share, and do subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so. Okay. All right. So yeah. Mrs. Hannah Mazu, you're welcome. I see you. I see you. I see you, sweetheart. Sweetheart, I see you. So you're saying there should be mutual understanding from both sides. Yes. There should be mutual understanding from both sides. There should be, you know, communication gap goes a lot too. Communication gap has has a lot to do with broken homes. Communication gap, you understand? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What you know, tell your spouse, let's talk about it. What is it that I'm doing that you don't like? It is not the woman's responsibility. It's both the man and the woman. But Quintus is just saying that is the greater part of responsibility lies on the woman. So I like you to convince us why you think so, or convince me why you think so. Like, why do you think so? Why do you think so? Is it God that said it to you? Or God that said it to us? Yeah. So Quintus says the painful truth is no man wants to cheat. No man wants to cheat. Thank God for that. Majority doing that have that mentality to get peace of mind. Even when a man cheats, you are not even going to have peace of mind. That's even when the war is there. That's even, you're going to spend more. You're going to spend more because you're going to be taking care of your family and taking care of the woman outside. You're going to spend more. Economically, it's not even sensible. Economically, financially, it's not even wise, you know, to want to spend more. And then the peace of mind that you're talking about, you have to put in so much effort to hide that relationship, right? Unless you're in an open marriage. If you're in an open marriage, you can, open marriage where the man does anything in front of his wife, the wife does anything in front of the husband. It's an open marriage. They can even have relationships and even bring their partners home. Some people have that, but that's weird. But unless it is that type of marriage. But if it's a marriage, if it's a normal, should I use a normal marriage? If it's the marriage that, of course, you should respect each other's feelings, you will have to be hiding your phone now. Even if the wife wants to make call and maybe there's no credit on her phone and she wants to use your phone, you would think that, what if she sees this? What if she wants to go and check the text message that your extramarital affair is sending to you. You know, but but when you don't have anything up your sleeves, when you don't have an extramarital affair, when there's nothing, you keep your phone anyhow. Not keep it anyhow, you as in you keep your phone, wifey can use it. Even for the woman, you keep your phone, the man can use it. Okay, I want to use your phone to make a call. You won't be panicking. Hey, what if he sees that text message or WhatsApp? Some people lock their WhatsApp. Some men lock their WhatsApp differently. So that's an extra effort. That's an extra effort. You won't even. I don't think it will give you peace of mind. I don't even think so. In marriage, Pinto says, in marriage, women have greater role to play. You said that before. That's the painful truth. I like to know why you say so. I like to know why you think so. Why you think that is the women have they have a greater responsibility. I like to know why you think so. It's a painful truth, but I know majority of women are living in Z world era. That Z world, that Z world, that Z world series. If that is what happens in real life, that the Z world. Hey, can we talk about Z world? The Z world kind of love is so sweet. I mean, although it will have pain before it becomes sweet. It's not even nice. It will have pain, too much pain before it now becomes sweet. But Quinty said they live in Z world era or social media era where everything goes. But there's no harm in experience. There are some marriages that actually in its real sense is actually like that social media. If you're referring to social media marriage as the way Nollywood paints marriage very sweet and all that, there are some people that are actually living the life. There are some people that are actually experiencing sweet marriage like that. There are some people, it's not everybody that is complaining. There are some people that is their daily, that is what they know marriage to be. Yeah, I dare to say there are some men that don't cheat, that can never cheat. There are those men. Oh, I wish I can use voice notes. You like voice notes a lot. This is not WhatsApp. Okay, so Mrs. Hannah said recent focus on material thing than natural love. That is the thing. Yeah, you're right. You're so right. Yeah, some focus on what they will get out from the relationship instead of natural love that should exist between the man and the woman. Yeah. Some want to buy very expensive hair and they can't afford it, and if their spouse cannot afford it, sometimes they want to cheat because they feel that okay, that's when they'll get extra help from outside, right? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you mean? Okay. So Quintus says not every woman likes that communication, because most women see it that a man is trying to justify himself. If I have an opportunity to have a discussion with my spouse, and he wants to talk about how to make the marriage stronger, I don't think I'll see it as the man wanting an opportunity to justify himself, unless the content of that conversation is to convince me to accept that you want to cheat on me, or to convince me to accept that it's natural to cheat on me, then of course I would think, I would think as a woman, I would think that you want to justify yourself. That is the truth. But if the man is having that communication, if the man is having that communication, is calling for that dialogue, it's a beautiful thing. He's calling for that dialogue. I'll respect him the more. I'll respect him the more, because I feel that he wants to do this. Like he's he has interest in building us, to make our love grow stronger. I think I like that. I think I like that. So I wouldn't think that he's trying to justify himself. No. I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think so, unless, like I said before, unless the content of that conversation is that you're trying to convince me to accept the fact that that men cheat. That is the only time I will think that you're trying to justify yourself, and that's the only time I will not appreciate that communication, that conversation. I will not appreciate it. I will not appreciate it. So no, I think the man will be thinking she will not like it. We have a conversation with her. Have the conversation with her. There's no how. Why would she like it? Why would she like it? I mean, remind her how much you love her. Why wouldn't she like it and listen to you? On the average, every woman enters marriage to keep that marriage, to make it, not to make it last. Every woman enters a marriage intending that marriage will last, intending that marriage will survive, intending that marriage will last. Yes. It's on very rare occasions would you find a woman getting into such a serious relationship. I mean, you're changing your father's name, your dad, your first love. Your dad is your first love, right? You're throwing away that name to replace it with a man's name. Come on, that's a big deal. That is a big deal. It's even to the man, it's even a privilege. It's even a privilege to carry someone's daughter, change her name all of a sudden, and make her yours and put your son in there. You should appreciate that woman. It's a big deal. You should appreciate it. Leaving her son name to change it to yours. She's entering that marriage definitely to enjoy it, to see that her man enjoys it as well, and with the intent that it will last. Okay, so if something is going wrong, or if there's a misunderstanding, along the line, she would want to have a conversation. So Quintu says, no, let me throw more light on that peace of mind. Beautiful. Yeah. So the painful truth is some side chick are doing better than the married wife. That's the reason I said women have a lot to do. Okay, so Razzmatazz. So what is okay? So do you know? Let me bust your bubble. That some of these side chicks, right? They are doing all that to impress you. The same thing your wife was doing when you guys were courting. They are doing all that to impress you, to have you to themselves. When you marry, is it not? When you marry that woman, the same thing you found, you think that you're running away from your wife, may repeat itself. Unless there's a side chick that wants to remain a side chick forever. I don't think there's a side chick that wants to remain a side chick forever. The side chick will want to enter the marriage, a marriage. If not with you, then with another man. Then you go and look for another side chick again. Nobody, I don't think there's unless, well, I'm not saying every woman wants to marry, no. But at some point, you may even start saying that, this lady, yeah, I'm used to this person. It's almost as though the side chick is now my wife. I want something fancy again. I want something new. I want something fresh. I want to explore again. And you go for another side chick. And then, you just keep, keep growing the chain of side chicks. You just keep growing the chain, you know, because otherwise that woman will one day want you to get married to her, and then you see the same thing you were trying to run away from your spouse. Do you know that some side men, side guys are also doing so much better than some husbands? As in, they want to really impress you so that you leave that man and come to them. So they go all out, even if the woman has not agreed to be in a relationship with the man. They go all out to impress you. They buy you stuff, they buy you gift, they do this, they do that. You know, some side guys, Quintus, are you here? And everybody, I'm talking to everybody as well. Some side guys go all out to also impress your wife, but she took the decision to remain with you. Not that some guys are not admiring her. Some men are not admiring her. I mean, she's a woman, she's beautiful. A lot of men are admiring her out there, but she, like I've been saying all the while throughout this life, that is a decision. She now decided to stay with you. It's not your right, it's a privilege. Because these days, like Nana said earlier, women are on the loose, you know, to want to do back, to retaliate. You understand? They want to retaliate. I mean, a lot of women are making good money for themselves. So even if you ask the woman to leave you, to leave your home, to leave your house, she can rent. A woman that can rent a house for herself, a woman that is doing a good job, that is getting well paid, or a woman that is doing, you know, a lucrative, that is having a lucrative business, you know, that is independent, that is beautiful, that is attractive, and then she decides to stay with only you. Maybe it's also a privilege. Maybe it's also not your right. So you gotta treat that girl special, that woman. You have to treat her special. Yeah, because even though the side chick is trying her possible best to, you know, win you over to herself, the same way the side guy is also trying his possible best to also convince your wife to have a relationship with him, but she decides not to because she's a married woman. Okay, so I'm going to say it's doing better than the married. Okay, although I think I'm being suggestive. Quintus, if that's not what you meant, you know, by the peace of mind, you know, you can also drop a comment. Yeah, so okay, Mr. Hannah said lack of trust from both sides. Yes, when you don't have trust for one another, when you even feel your spouse is, you know, some men have issues with trust, so women have issues with trust. Like, why won't you trust your partner? Is it because what you're doing, you think that she's doing it to you, or that he's doing it to you? Why don't you naturally have trust that this person would not, you know, hurt me? This person that I married, you know, will love me for the rest of her life, or for the rest of his life. I would not want to hurt me, because cheating is hurting. Cheating is hurting. If you get caught, that trust will not be there anymore. You'd have to go an extra mile, and you will need the special grace of God to make her trust you again, or to make him trust you again. Is a whole lot. Cheating takes a lot. And then the society wants women to tolerate it. So that's the point. Why would you want a woman to tolerate it, and then the man should not? The men don't waste. Quintus, can I ask you a question? And any other guy here, can I ask you a question? Would you stay with a cheating? Quintus, are you here? Kingsley, are you still here? Would you stay with a cheating wife? Which is, I'd like you to answer. Would you stay with a cheating wife? A woman that cheats, you are aware, you're not suspecting, you caught her. Would you stay with her? Would you tolerate it? I'd like to know while I go on reading other comments. So Nene says, men say they want peace of mind, but they don't provide a peaceful environment. I am liking this life. Like, I'm liking the comments, I'm liking the engagement. Like, thank you guys. Yes, the peace that you want, are you giving out that peace? Or are you making the environment toxic? Do you shout? Do you complain and everything she does? I mean, you go to work, she goes to work as well. If you can be tired, why can't she be tired? Even ordinarily, the woman is the weaker vessel, so they say, right? So you are even stronger. You should even do more of the hard work, you know, and still be fine as a man. Not just go to work and come back, because she also goes to work and come back. Even if she doesn't go to work, if she's a housewife, she works at home, she cleans the house. She also has the right to get tired. You know, sometimes if she's not able to cook soup and pound yam, why don't you enjoy Indomie noodles? Because it's not every day that she give you that. The day she wants to serve Indomie, why would you, a lazy woman? Why are you supposed to say that? No, you are not. How lovely is the environment? I like what Nena said. You want peace of mind, you want peace of mind. How peaceful do you make the environment yourself? How peaceful? Or do you make the home toxic and then you want miraculously? You want miraculously, okay, Quintus, or you want, you know, a miracle. You want her to do the magic and provide that peace if you're not giving back the peace. Like, I'm talking to men out there. I'm talking to men generally. I'm talking to men out there. Even if you're not live with us, and you still see, of course, you still, you know, come across this life, and then you're going through it. Do you provide that peaceful environment that you want? Do you provide it yourself? Do you make the home peaceful? Is there a place? Is it like a heaven? Your home, is it like a heaven? Do you provide that peace? Do you make the atmosphere peaceful, and then you want peace in return? Or you make it toxic, and then you expect the woman to, you know, by all means, make it peaceful? All right. So Nena says, do you provide a peaceful environment for the woman to give him peace of mind? Yes. For most men, peace of mind means allow me do whatever I want, including cheating. Right. Like it's 100. Yes, for most men, that peace of mind is allow me do whatever I want as the man. And that includes cheating. But hello, if you can cheat and you want your wife to tolerate it, you'll be able to also tolerate it as well. Because God gave men and women emotions. Yes. What you wouldn't want someone to do to you, do not do unto others. Do not do unto others. If you can comfortably be unfaithful to her and you want her to accept it, you also be able to accept the fact too that she can also be unfaithful to you. Yes, including cheating. Yes, when they say they want you to give them, you know, room to do whatever they want, including cheating. Yes, you're right. So Mr. Anna says, on the part of the woman, they should stop discussing their marriage with friends. That's another point. Stop discussing your marriage with friends. That's another strong point. You know, because not every friend out there is actually a friend. There are those who are wolf in sheep clothing. Not everybody like your progress. Not everybody like your peaceful home. Not everybody, talking to women now. Not everybody like your peace. Like the sweet relationship that you enjoy with your spouse. Not in fact, some of your friends are the worst enemies that you can ever have. And some of the people that you think are your enemies are actually watching out for, looking out for you and watching your back. Yes, you're right. You know, you're right. Stop discussing your marriage with your friends. Have some secrets. Yeah, because you wouldn't know what that friend is up to. You wouldn't know the kind of advice that friend is giving to you. You think it's coming from from the place of friendship, but at the end of the day it's not. Yeah, I've had a friend like that. I've had a friend like that whom I thought was a very good friend, you know, whom I thought was cool. Yeah. But at the end of the day, she turned out, just one time we had a misunderstanding, and it led to being verbal about that misunderstanding. There are some things that she said. What are you always feeling like? You think that is all good for you, this one, that one, you know? And I had cause to think back and remember the conversations I've had with her, and those were the things that she was using to try to taunt me, you know. Yeah, yeah, that's right. So Quincy says, Nena Hart, I counter you on this. This is the reason why I said women has a lot of homework to do, because you think a man seeking peace of mind is to allow him to cheat. So Nena had said that one of the things that when a man says that give me room to do whatever I want to do, that it includes cheating. You know, she didn't. She wasn't saying the peace of mind automatically is cheating. No, that was not what she's saying. That was not, I don't think that was what she meant. I don't think that's what she meant. I didn't read it like that. I didn't think that was what she meant. Right? Evelyn, you're welcome. Ekene, you're welcome. That type of marriage you call perfect is very possible, but a lot of sacrifice from both parties. Yeah, I think so. I believe so. I believe there are marriages that are perfect. I believe so. Perfection doesn't mean it will not have some challenges. I mean, when you have a man and a woman coming from different backgrounds to get married, even siblings fight, even siblings disagree, even siblings quarrel. Talk less of a total stranger. Siblings that were born in the same house, that grew up together, even disagree. Talk less of when a man is coming from one end and a woman is coming from another end, and they join together in marriage. So there are challenges that will come up, but there is nothing dialogue cannot solve. There is nothing dialogue cannot solve. So that thing called, I agree with you, Ekene. I agree with you. That thing called that type of marriage you call perfect is possible, but a lot of sacrifice from both parties. Yes. Yeah, a very big sacrifice from, yeah, 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 a very big sacrifice from women to replace their surname with her husband's surname. See, guys, you guys think this thing is easy, right? The woman will just change her surname and marry us. It's not easy. Can you even imagine, as a human being, can you even imagine it, that maybe God will somehow God will now say, oh yeah, men, all of you become women, because start doing the things that a woman is supposed to do. And woman, you will not tolerate, even pregnancy you cannot carry. You say, God, please, if it is your will, let this cup pass me by. Do you think changing her name to answer yours is easy? Do you think even the father that gave birth, the mother that gave birth to her, seeing her on that wedding day, going to moving to your house as your wife, having to change her name, having to, when she's visiting the house that she grew up in, she will now be visiting as a visitor. She will now be coming as a visitor. It's a big deal. Imagine it if it were you, if you were to be a woman. It's a big deal. I'm telling you. You're supposed to pamper the woman like an egg. You're supposed to, Bible says, love your wife. Because men, God has already seen that some men, it will be difficult for you to love. Some men don't even believe in love. I don't. If I provide for her, I've done her good. Well, you know. So that's why God said, "We men, love your wife. Love the wife. Love your wife. Pamper her. You know, don't cheat on her. Love her, cherish her, adore her, and in return, she's going to worship you. She would worship you. Women don't resist love. Women love love. Women don't resist love at all. Women love love. So, yeah. So, okay. So, still on the comment, I disagree with a man talking about side chick. This side chick saga was not this viral back in the days. Yes, this is the end time season, and every marriage should be anchored on God's grace. It is the end time. It's the end time that was spoken about in the scriptures. So devil is doing everything possible to attack the institution that God created, the institution that God gave us, called marriage. Devil is doing everything possible to attack it in these last days. Everything possible. What was alien to us? A married woman cheating. It was an abomination. It's still an abomination, but it was something unheard of. It was something unheard of. It was a big deal then. Even side chick, to see a man having a side chick, it was not rampant in those days. It wasn't rampant. It's just now, like Mrs. Hannah rightly said, it wasn't rampant then. You know, it's because these are the end times. These are the end times as spoken in the scriptures. So you find out that evil is on the rampage. Evil is on the rampage now, and it's almost as though we're trying to accept it as a norm. You know, it's not. It's supposed to be abhorred. It's not supposed to be tolerated at all. At all. It's every shade's wrong. Every marriage is supposed to be anchored on God's love and God's grace. So some men see their wives like properties, which should not be. Men should try as much as possible to speak to wives calmly with a lot of love, a lot of ihunanya. Every woman love love. Oh, I'm telling you, every woman like love. You know, it sounds somehow, right? Every woman love love. Every woman like love. Every woman admires love. A woman will not resist your love. It's almost impossible for a woman to resist your love. Every woman love love. So men should try as much as possible to speak to their wives calmly, with a lot of love. Yes, try as much as possible to do that. You know, even if she's doing wrong and it's obvious she's in the wrong, you can still correct in love. Hey, you will see worship now. You will see reverence now. You will see reverence. You will see her reverencing. You will see her submitting. You know, the national anthem now. It's everyone say, "My wife is not submitting. My wife is not submitting." Come on, are you loving? Are you loving her up? Are you loving up? Are you loving? Are you loving her? And then she's not being submissive. Are you loving her? And then she's not being submissive. Check now. Check where you're going wrong. Check where you're going wrong. Check what you're not getting right. Check what you're not getting right. If you stumble upon this life and you're a man and you're a woman, and of course you're going to listen to me, check that thing that you are doing that is not right, that is making your spouse misbehave. Check it. If you yourself, you have done enough, you know, it takes two to tango. It is not one person's responsibility to make the home sweet. It's not one person's responsibility. It's both the man and the woman agreeing to make it work. Yeah? So men should try as much as possible to speak to wives calmly with love. Okay, to speak with wives calmly with love. Then see how the woman will spoil the man with love and affection and submission and everything. I'm telling you, try and love her. Try and show her love. Small earring like this that is not even expensive. Small gifts like that. You know, I'm not saying you should not now go and buy expensive things for your wife. Oh, and then you buy expensive things for who? Buy expensive. If you can afford it, buy it for her. Show her that you love her, that you still love her. Because why did you marry her? Why did you marry her to stress someone's daughter now? Why did you marry her just to stress someone's daughter? Show her that you still love her and see the woman adore you. See, Sarah called Abraham Lord, Abby. You get why? You get why? I'm telling you. Rosie said true. Yes, I agree, Hannah. Yes, beautiful. Some men go into marriage immaturely. Very true. Very, very true. Some men are not mature enough to be husbands. Now, this has nothing to do with age. It has just a little to do with age. Just a little to do with age. But it's in the maturity of the mind. See, there is a you can find a 50 years old, a 60 years old man behaving so immaturely as compared to a 25 years old man that is married but that treats his wife well. I am telling you, it has just little to do with age. It has little to do with age, but the maturity. Before you go and marry a woman, ensure that you're ready to tolerate. Ensure that you're ready, not when a woman talk, you talk back. You know, or maybe, you know, you start abusing her, you start calling her names, you know, you start nagging. You know, you start or even this side chick thing. I think is childish to have a side chick. Yes, I think it's childish. I think it's something. It's not right. It's it's all shades wrong. Having a side chick is all shades wrong. But it should be. I think it's something children, teenagers should be doing. Not when you're mature enough and you want to get married. You know. Not when you're mature enough and you say, not age up to 30, you think you are mature enough, you want to get. Are you mature in the mind? That's what Mrs. Hannah is trying to say. Are you mature in the mind? Are you mature in your mind, in your brain? Are you mature? You just enter marriage like that because you're up to 30, you're up to 40. You know, they're asking you to settle down. Are you ready to take it? Some men, even when they are married, they want their privacy. What? Come. You are married. You are bringing somebody into your space. You're bringing somebody into your space. What privacy are you talking about? What privacy are you talking about? You're bringing someone into your space. You're supposed to share your privacy. You're supposed to share it. Somebody else is coming that you asked to come. You asked her to come. And then she is here, and then you're treating her like a stranger. You're not loving her. Then why did you stress her? When she was with her father, when she was in her father's home, she was so beautiful, so cute, dressing well. So she had flat tummy. When she was in her father's house, she had flat tummy. She was cute. The father was pumping her with too much love. You know, I said earlier that the father is a woman's first love. The father was decorating her with everything you call love. And then you asked her to marry you. You asked her to change her surname to yours. And then you are no longer loving her. You were thinking of cheating with her, with another girl out there. Come on, that's hurting. That's bad. That's terrible. That is not supposed. It's not. is bad. Is wickedness. It is wickedness, I dare to say. It's wickedness. Yes. Yes. So, still reading the comments. Some men go into marriage amateurly. Yes. So, I advise that both parties should be prayerful to always mend their fences, not allowing the devices of the enemy. God has to be the center stage of the institution of marriage. God has to be the center stage. Yes. God has to be the center stage. Yes. There's little or nothing you can do without the grace of God. There's little or nothing that you can do, without being prayerful. Without being prayerful. You even ask God, you even pray that prayer, God, I want to love this woman. I want to love this woman. If you find yourself not loving, you can even tell God that you want to. Yes. Yes. So make our Heavenly Father the center stage of your marriage. Make our Heavenly Father the center stage of your marriage. Still reading the comments. The man must first love his wife to expect submission. Yes. You have to first love your wife to expect her to submit to you. Yeah. It's something that cannot even be overemphasized. It's something that cannot be overemphasized. So please keep the comments coming in. Like the live, share the live. If you've not subscribed to our channel, kindly do so. And let me know you're here. Drop a comment, and hope you're enjoying yourself, because I am so enjoying myself. I am enjoying myself. Okay, so the causes of the cause the I don't what are the causes even of infidelity? What causes it? Okay, Quintus had left. I think he sent me a message that his battery is low. He's charging it. So what if you're here, can we know what are the causes? What do you think are the causes of infidelity? What are the causes? What causes it? What can be done rightly? What's wrong can be corrected? Is it even possible not to have not to have infidelity ever exist any longer? What are the causes? And the effects on relationship is the emotional toll on partners, on families. It has an emotional toll on your family. Just like Mrs. Christy Anyoha said earlier, that if you're cheating, just pray you don't get caught, because if you get caught, it will ruin your marriage. It will ruin it. It will take the grace of God. It will take a lot to bring back that trust. So why would you want to do that to your marriage? I don't think anybody goes into marriage to decide. I don't think anybody goes into marriage to break up. I think people go into marriage because they want it to last. I don't think people will go into marriage. So why don't you ensure that the marriage lasts by avoiding those things that can break up? So in respect of today's topic, talking about infidelity and sexuality, that's men and women, why don't you go the extra mile to keep your home? Do those things You know, do those things as a man. We're talking of the men folk now. As a man, do those things that you were doing that even made your wife to agree to marry you in the first place. Do those things that you were doing that made her to say yes to you. It's a big deal, like I said earlier, for her to change her surname to yours. It's not like every woman after all, every woman wants to get married. Some women that even get married don't get to change their surname because they are attached to that surname. And then your wife agrees to give up her surname, and then you're not treating her rightly, you're not loving her enough. You know, if you find her less attractive, maybe there's something she has started adding weight, you know, feel you don't like fat women, you want to go outside, and encourage her to lose weight. You know, you can tell her about it if she wants, you know. I mean, it's her body, but of course, to an extent, she too may even be struggling with weight loss, and you may not know. You know, you talk about it. You try to dialogue. You talk about it. You know, with the intention of making the marriage work. With the intention of, as in, making the marriage work, not that it is her responsibility to keep the home. You know, because with this mindset, you find that a lot of men will not even want to go all out to impress their wives, to keep the home, to excite her, because of that mentality that is a woman's responsibility to keep the home. But it takes two to tango. It's not just the woman, it's the man and the woman that will agree. Because like I said earlier, if the man decides not, if the man decides to cheat, no matter what the woman does, no matter the worshiping, no matter the reverence, no matter the submission, he would still cheat. Why? Because it is a decision that he took. If part of his principle is that he will never cheat on his wife, I mean, he's not going to do that. No matter how the other woman try to, you know, seduce him or try to do something to get him to fall in love with her, to get him to get attracted to her. If he takes it, there are men that are principled. I give it to those men. I give it to you. If you're listening to me and you're a principled man, I give it to you. I give it to you. God will bless you. God will bless you. Let me bless you. Everything you lay your hand into will prosper. Why? Because you're not hurting your wife. Remember, I said that there's a scripture that says, men, we you guys need to be very careful. There's a scripture, I think it's 1 Peter or 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 7, that says that if you want to be prosperous, if you want your way to be prosperous, that you should not make your wife angry, so that your prayers will not be hindered. It's scriptural. A lot of men don't know. If you're a Christian, it's in the Bible. I don't know if you're a Muslim, I don't know if it is in the Quran, but it's in the Bible that you read, that you preach. It's in the scriptures. 1 Peter or 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 7, that for your prayers not to be hindered. This thing is big. This thing is big. Find a man that was doing well before, is no longer doing well. You're looking for where it's coming from. That same woman will be suffering with you. And then when you get little money, that's when you think of side chick, not the wife that is in your home. If your wife is not happy with you, chances are that your prayers may not be answered. Your prayers may be hindered. So if it's not a big deal, God wouldn't have said it. It wouldn't have been in the scripture if it's not a big deal. If you're here and I have not welcomed you, welcome. Please drop a chat in the comment section. Let's know that you're here. Let's welcome you. The topic of our discussion today is infidelity and sexuality, and we're looking at it from the angle of men that cheat. And why do they think that it's fashionable to cheat? And why does society expect the woman to tolerate a man that cheats, whereas the man would quickly end the relationship if he finds out that the wife is cheating? you will end the relationship. Like as fast as people will not even tell him to pray, to put his wife in prayer, and to tolerate the wife, to still accommodate her. People will not even do that. They will say, your wife, what is she still doing in your house? You mean you're still keeping that woman in your house, that adulterous woman? But if it's for the woman, you hear all kinds of advice from family members, from friends, colleagues. You left your husband because he cheated. Who does that? Yeah? Are we encouraging it? Like, of course, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you should leave, but is it something, is this supposed to be, is this supposed to be so? Is it supposed to be so? We're supposed to shun it. We're supposed to shun all manner of evil. Cheating is evil. All appearance of evil. Cheating is evil. We're supposed to shun it. So it has psychological impact on your partner if you cheat on him or if you cheat on her. It has psychological effects, and that's the emotional trauma experienced by your partner when faced with infidelity. The emotional trauma is a whole lot. See, it's a whole lot to deal with. It's a whole lot to deal with. The emotional trauma when you find that your spouse is cheating on you it's highly unbecoming. It's a place where you don't want to be. So if you're a man and you're having a side chick and you don't expect your wife to have a side guy or side man, then think about the emotional trauma you're putting her through. Think about the emotional trauma you're putting her through. Excuse me. The feeling of betrayal, feeling of anger, the feeling of hurt, is a whole lot. Is a whole lot. So the society is supposed to condemn it. The church condemns it. The family is supposed to condemn it. The school, everywhere, please condemn infidelity. Condemn infidelity. It stops men from progressing. You go up to come down. It affects your business. The place where you are now, you think you're doing well. Maybe you could have done better if you were not cheating. Maybe you could have done better. Maybe you would have progressed so much if you were not cheating. Right? So this friend of mine that I was telling us from my story from yesterday, this dear friend of mine that found out that the husband cheated, found out a pregnancy test in the husband's a pregnancy test in the husband's a paper that contains a pregnancy test result of another woman. And the husband tried to defend himself that after all the pregnancy test is negative, as though that is the point. So the lady cried and cried, talked to the parents, talked to the siblings, the mom. Everybody was telling her to pray about it, and all that. So unfortunately for my friend, she had there's this other guy that she got involved with. She got involved with the guy and she got caught. Yeah, she got caught. I think they're not really newlywed. The marriage, they have a child. They have a child already. It's a young boy. So when the lady cheated, he found the husband found out, and all hell was let loose. All hell was let loose. Like, the guy called his family members. They came to the house. They were harassing the lady and all that. So the lady apologized. She apologized. She was begging them that, it was just a one-off, and then that she did it, that she decided, she took a decision to do it because of what the husband did, that she was just trying to get back at the husband, that she's sorry, she will not do it again, they should forgive her and all that. And guess what? They said no, that they cannot have an adulterous woman, that they cannot have a cheating wife, that is not done, is not done at all, that they will not entertain it. So they asked her to leave. They asked her to leave, and she's back at her parents' house. So she's back at her parents' house with her child, of course. So it's something it's something that is worth talking about, something that is worth deliberating on. Why is it that why is it that when the man cheats, the woman should forgive and should stay in the marriage, should tolerate it? The woman is the one that gives the care, the woman is the one that nurtures, the woman is the one that maintains the home, the woman is the one the woman is the one that is responsible for keeping the home, and the guy cheats and is forgiven, but the woman cheats and is not forgiven. I mean, why is it so? Why is it so? Okay, so there's something I have here. Someone wrote me a long piece, a long piece. When I introduced this topic yesterday, someone wrote me a long piece of as in a reaction to what we discussed, on the live yesterday. So I'm trying to read it. So it said, the focus on men infidelity. He couldn't say this in the comment section. He just, not that he couldn't, he didn't want to. So he came to private chat me and wrote this. So he said that the focus on men's infidelity in discussions about relationships often stems from historical, cultural, and societal norms that have shaped perceptions and expectations surrounding gender roles. Yeah. So he said traditionally men have been associated with attributes such as independence, sexual prowess, while women have been expected to embody qualities like nurturing, emotional support, and fidelity in relationships. So it's the woman that has that expected to have to be faithful in relationships. So he said, as a result, when men engage in infidelity, it can challenge society. It can challenge societal expectations and norms about commitment and honor. There may be higher degree of judgment and stigma attached to men who cheat compared to women, reflecting underlying gender biases and stereotypes. Okay. Additionally, infidelity may be attributed to the perceived impact on power dynamics within relationships. Historically, men have held positions of authority and dominance in many societies. And their infidelity can be seen as a betrayal not just of the relationship but also of the power dynamics inherent in traditional gender roles. Moreover, discussions about men's infidelity often highlight issues related to communication, emotional intimacy, sexual satisfaction, and fulfillment of needs within the relationships. By examining men's infidelity, we can explore complex issues such as societal expectations, cultural norms, gender dynamics, and personal motivations that underpin behaviors in intimate relationships. This focus can help shed light on the broader societal attitudes towards infidelity and relationship dynamics, paving the way for more discussions and a deeper understanding of the complexities involved in issues of trust, fidelity, and commitment in relationship. Thank you, Prince. Thank you, Prince. Thank you, Prince. I said when you chatted, when you chatted as a response to the topic, I said I'm going to read it on the live as your response, because he said you couldn't drop it in the comment section, so that's why I read it here. Yeah. Infidelity in relationships, commonly referred to as cheating, encompasses a breach of trust where one partner engages in emotional or sexual intimacy with someone outside the relationship. When you engage with in a relationship with someone outside the relationship. Yeah. Like yesterday during the live, someone asked me yesterday what is cheating. So I have defined it. I'm going to define it again. Infidelity in relationships, commonly referred to as cheating, encompasses a breach of trust where one partner engages in emotional or sexual intimacy with someone outside the relationship. The significance of infidelity lies in its profound impact on the emotional and psychological well-being of being involved. The significance of profound. It can lead to feelings of betrayal, of heartbreak, distrust, and a breakdown of the foundation of trust that is essential for a healthy relationship. Trust is very essential for a healthy relationship. Very essential for a healthy relationship. Trust, it cannot be overemphasized. So I have here, infidelity can cause immense emotional pain, trigger feelings of inadequacy, erode self-esteem. Yes. To do away with your self-esteem. Yes. Even on your partner. And create a sense of loss and disillusionment in either partner. Yeah. It can also lead to a breakdown in communication, intimacy, and the overall fabric of relationship, often resulting in a long-lasting impact on both individuals and potentially leading to the end of the relationship. Yeah, potentially leading to the end of the relationship. Yes, infidelity, cheating, what it can cause. It can cost you your relationship. It can cost you your marriage. It can cost you that sweet relationship that you have. It can cost you the peace that you enjoy in your marriage. And cost you that that loving, that friendship you enjoy with your spouse, that unity, that bond that you enjoy with your spouse. Infidelity can cost you that much. The lack of trust, the emotional pain, the torture, the trauma, so it takes two to tango. It's not the responsibility of the woman to ensure that she keeps the home. is both is both the woman and the man, both your responsibility to keep your home. If you're listening to me, yes. If you're a man, no, you don't have any reason to want to have a side chick. You don't have any reason to want to have a side chick. There's something that your wife is not doing. There's something that your wife is not doing. Tell her about it. Talk to her about it. You know, let her know. Let her know what is causing the relationship. What's is causing the relationship. Let's talk to her about it. Okay. It's not it's something that you should discuss. It's something that you should discuss. It's not it's not a reason to want to go and cheat, you know. So if there, as I'm reading the comments, if you have questions, you can ask. If there's something you want to talk about, you can also drop it in the comment section and let's discuss it. So we'll be rounding up in the next 12 minutes. We'll be rounding off in the next 12 minutes. Wow, we did 2 hours. We did 2 hours on the live. We're rounding up in the next 12 or less than 12 minutes even. So let's talk about it. If there's something you want to talk about, question and answer. You know, so it's not just, it's not, even though the topic today has to do how we, you know, we dwelt much on the aspect of men cheating and expecting the woman to tolerate it. It's also it also it also it also affects the men too when a woman cheats. Okay, it was, like we mentioned earlier, it was not part of, it was not what was, it was not it wasn't rampant then. It wasn't rampant then, it wasn't happening then. This era of side chick and all that was not there before. So even the aspects where the even talking about the women that cheat, it was not there before. It was a serious abomination, but now we find that it's rampant because the women want to get back at the men that cheated. I mean, you want to get, retaliate, and that feeling of satisfaction that, yes, if he thinks he can cheat on me, then I've cheated on him back, and now we've called it quits and all that. It's not two wrongs can never make a right. Two wrongs can never make a right. As much as possible, still hold on with your dignity. We're coming to the end of the stream. As much as possible, still hold on to your dignity. Hold on to your dignity. Hold on to that which you believe. That your man is cheating, try to talk to him about it. Don't go all out to go and cheat. Don't do that, because if you get caught, so don't go all out to cheat, because your man is cheating and you want to pay him back in his own coin. You want to get back at him. Then you now use your body, that is the temple of the Holy Ghost. You now use your body to want to go and mess up because of a man. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, don't do that. So I want to thank everyone that came on the live with me today. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining. Thank you for sharing your comments with me. Thank you for your time that you spent with me. It's exciting. I appreciate it that you give me your time, your 2 hours. Thank you. Oh, and the lights went off. Oh dear. Oh dear. Dear. Sorry about that. So we have we've come to the end of the live. I want to thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for giving me your time and everything. I appreciate it. So when next I'll be coming on live, I'll let you know. I'll let you know when next I'll be coming on live, and I will expect to have you here. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And if you have any comments, please also drop in the comment section. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. And bye. Bye. Bye.